Boom! I don't know if you can pick that up. Can't. You need to get a new camera. Can you see it? Plaggity plag out. Oh, and he talks this morning. Get out of here.
Weather's nice. It's game time, y'all. Get ready. Got old secret spot I ain't showed nobody yet. Ooh.
If I pulled the old birthday cake surprise on her and came out of the top of that feeder and went blah.
Probably think that I'm up to no good, dragging your ass way back up in these woods. I'll pull the blindfold off of your eyes when I get close enough to see the fire. Can't have you talking, can't afford a witness. When you're up in these hills, it's risky business.
All right, guys, we're heading to southeast Kansas. This is the first hunt for us this year. We're meeting up with my best buddy Lucas Mott, his grandfather, Elk River Outfitters. Y'all want to see the bucks get tuned up here, the rut start. You know, I keep telling it, I'm tired of the cameraman not being involved in it.
He needs
like
to be.
When I say something, he's
the
going.
only one in this whole group that's photogenic.
I know, and he's doing this and he's doing it. I'm like, no, say something. Why don't you hear? Let me see. Any of you other deer hunters know there's preparation when you're hunting a certain spot. If it's food plots, if you're in a place where you can do feeders like Kansas, you'll see this trailer behind this four-wheeler. I'm trying to get back into some of these spots in the heat of the day when the deer aren't moving. And you other folks that know how to deer hunt and do the same thing, you know what I'm talking about. All this is all preparation to try to make the hunt happen. Gonna make some cornbread, a bunch of it. You know, state of Kansas, on private land, it is legal to bait deer. And you're never really gonna get one of these giant deer to eat out of a corn pile, but that's not the goal. When this rut starts, you get all those pretty little ladies to come by and get fattened up, and the booties get real big and they get real good looking, and then he'll come by.
Looks like Clark got a great tip from the landowner on where to put his stand. Let's see if he can actually read the directions on how to put it together.
Well, after this first day, Mike, you know, we really didn't see anything. We've got our Wild Game Innovations trail camera set up. I'm sitting there with Chad. We're looking through these trail cameras and we're seeing good deer. We know good deer are there. We've been hunting this property for 8 years. We know they're there. If you don't have the trail cameras, you don't know what's there. It's a lot easier for you to get up and go get in the stand when you can see pictures of deer that are coming there in the evening or in the morning when you're not there. I'm setting up these Wild Game Innovations trail cameras. These things have a jump pack where it runs off 2 6-volt batteries that normally run a feeder. We were able to run these cameras the whole year without changing batteries once. This is your weapon in this part of Kansas. You can't get too many people enough to hunt where you can see everything that goes on. You set up a camera that runs day and night with infrared to watch spots that you're not that sure of within a week. Just by looking at, you know, photos, you can tell if that's something you need to set up a stand or a blind or something at.
Check this out. I got eggs, I got Kansas farm fresh bacon, blueberry wheat pancakes, regular pancakes, coffee, orange juice. Jessica went to the store and then I cooked breakfast for everybody just so I could feel like I'm adding to the whitetail hunt, because y'all know I don't know how to shoot a whitetail, so they're not gonna let me hunt this year. I've become the camp cook, so this is what you'll be seeing me doing for the next 8 days. Cooking 4 times a day.
Syndicate Hunting is brought to you by Hornady Ammunition, Smith Optics, Final Step Cover Sense, and Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Most advanced ammunition in the world. Superformance from Hornady. Up to 200 feet per second faster than any conventional ammunition. Flatter trajectories and more downrange energy from every rifle. Superior accuracy with no increase in felt recoil. Superformance ammunition from Hornady. It is rocket science.
Yesterday it was 76 and I'm standing in a snow flurry right now. If that don't get you pumped up, this is probably what's going to kick them in, the rut in for this, Kansas up here, this good cold snap. It's going to be freezing this whole week, or right around freezing is the low, so we're going to get real quiet and see if me and Matt can get up in this little bitty tree with all this gear and hopefully knock him out on the first day, although that has never happened to me, so at first would be really nice.
One thing you may have noticed about Clark, this boy don't mess around when it comes to cover scent.
You can see when we first get in the stand, I'm dropping deer scents. I'm throwing every trick you got in the book. This is the rut where everything that normally doesn't work works with a lot more efficient, 20 times better than it would in the normal season. We're hunting in an area that we thought was going to be really productive. You can see how thick these woods are. This deer moves through and you can just see a flash of horn or a shoulder or his back, and This part of Kansas, there's not a lot of woods, and bow hunting, you got to get into the thick of it, right there where you can barely see, and when something happens, it's going to be quick. It's going to be right on you. I liked one morning just have a dude that rode with me, you know, a hunting buddy. Instead of just getting a truck, bam, red lights everywhere, and I don't know where that wireless mic is. I hope you have it. All right, you can say yes too. I don't like, yes you can. I don't like the nodding. We're sitting there and you see this young deer come up, and he looks normal when he's, you know, looking straight at us, and he ends up coming to the feeder and he turns to the side and he has got a complete perfect double main beam, which I've never seen in the wild in over 30 years of hunting deer. And it's perfect. I mean, it matches his original beam all the way out. It's just one of those deer you got to just give him a year or two, and it's so hard being from the South originally, because it's a deer of a lifetime the way he is. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Look at him. Wait a minute, what was that?
Become a fan at facebook.com/SyndicateHunting.
Pink elephants, because if I ask you to do something, it's just about as worthy as me saying I like the color blue, because either or is going to go in one of your eardrums and out the other one just like a stiff breeze, just like that, because those are two things that It wasn't like you were 100 yards away from me when I asked you either. We were about this distance right now, and I know you're doing the cameraman thing where you don't talk and you just act like this camera just floats in the air like I Dream of Jeannie or something. But you know what I'm talking about, and everybody knows somebody's holding this camera too.
I'll tell you what, it's tough being a cameraman, huh?
Tough? All you gotta do is not do anything people ask you to do. So day 5, my best buddy gets there, Mr. Lance Walker, and he's fired up more than anybody because he just got there. And he's got a secret spot that we're gonna go to.
Weather's nice, it's game time, y'all. Get ready. Got a old secret spot I ain't showed nobody yet. Ooh, it's on now.
Oh, you got infrared now, huh? Yeah, Billy Tough Guy now. Didn't even have that on the other one because you had to use mine. Now you got infrared. Huh. I told you about this the other day. We're gonna do this every morning, I guess. I'm just gonna...
Yes, I have infrared.
Oh, and he talks this morning. Get out of here. This is new. Y'all marinating this. This is new. This is not something normally... See into the eye of the hunter. Mark Cook from Ford was here. He saw 2 giant shooter bucks running up and down this creek. Put a little dope pee, do a little rattling, do a little grunt. See something, man? Sure enough, you see movement, and all you see is a little horn, and you see a little back, a shoulder, and your blood, everything gets fired up, thinking this may be that deer. And as soon as I get a better look, it's still a beautiful deer. It's a 1 year, 1.5, 2.5 at the most, and he's got a little 6-point rack, and his nose is to the ground, and even though it was a small deer, it still just gets your blood fired up. That's cool. Now if we could do that to about 150-inch deer, we'd make TV. But it's still cool. Watch it. He's gonna come up here. Hey.
going on? What's going on up there?
Become a fan at facebook.com/syndicatehunting.
Watch it. He's gonna come up here. Hey, what's going on? What's going on up there?
I look up and see a deer that we've known on this property for, he's got to be a 7.5-year-old deer. He's coming straight to us.
Buddy, talk to me.
No. I want you to look at the only thing that my bow could have hit. The only thing that could possibly be in the way. Being a bow hunter sucks sometimes. Right now, one of those times is that.
Buddy, you know, I missed that deer 2 years ago, not 200 yards from here. So that deer's really, we're just gonna rename him Lucky. Tell me about Lucky. Is he big?
Lucky sucks. Lucky sucks. But I'm gonna say that deer's gonna gross. He's got a bunch of trash on his right side. I don't know, he's over 160 inches. I don't care.
What a unique deer.
Yeah. What a unique situation for me to screw up. I have a trophy cedar branch to show for all of the stuff that we do out here.
I'm feeling your pain, and I get that same sick feeling in my gut that I know you have, because I've been there before. Man, what happened?
You know, this is a culmination of 25 years of bow hunting. This is the largest whitetail that's ever been under 50 yards in front of me. I don't even come close to this deer. I don't even know why he ran off, because I didn't even get close enough to scare him. I'm 6 feet behind him in the ground, and I can't explain literally what well, you can see it on my face, that it's a whole lifetime of hunting that just goes up in one arrow string.
You know, I don't think you have to explain, because I think anybody that's been out in the field and has hunted a long time, or as much as we have, or even a first-time hunter,
Absolutely.
that we've all done it.
If you haven't missed, you hadn't hunted long enough.
Archery season may be over, but if I know my good buddy Clark, he's not leaving Kansas without seeing something on the ground.
Pretty neat deal here. Me, Lucas, and Jessica, I think it's the 2nd of December. We're gonna try to get Jessica her first deer and get it on video. They are in full rut. I saw a deer running a doe down a highway this morning, so the wind's perfect for this setup. We're gonna ease down here and see if we can't make it happen for Jessica. Y'all stick around. Dropped him. Dropped him. Huh? Here, pick him up, girl. Dang, that's a big old mature deer. God dang, you kidding me?
We just got pictures of him.
That is a lot. It was a long time before I killed a deer that big.
If you see the shot, you'd think that she'd never killed a deer before, because when she just rolls this deer over, you can see the emotion on all of our faces. It was just great to be there, you know.
I was excited watching the clip. I mean, she lays
rolled
a
him.
smackdown on
She
this
rolled
deer,
him.
and
She
it's
rolled him.
a beautiful shot, and I'm like, wow, that was awesome. And you know, you guys, the excitement on your face, and I'm watching the clip, and I'm like,
It's almost like having a kid there, and you know, even when they are your age, they've still got the enthusiasm, the face, the expressions of, I mean, she's giggling so hard she can't even look at the camera, you know, and it was just a great time.
that's awesome.
Great time to be
That's
there.
awesome.
You can hide where you want to, you can run where you may, but nothing on earth gonna save you when the man comes down your way. All God's children sing you, dealing with your gun. His right arm's gonna strike you down for all those things you've done. When the man comes down your way, Lord,